Page 132, Jesu, Joy of Man's Desiring, a very famous melody by Bach. There's a whole lot of arrangements of this. I did one by Myra Hess on my other channel, whatever. Listen to the professionals play it, though. They really do a nice job. But let's look at this. This is a nice arrangement. It's 1 page long, treble bass clef, 1 sharp in the key signature. So we're either in the key of G major or E minor. Those are the keys with 1 sharp in them. If you look at the last couple measures, 3 major, that is a G major chord. I figure we're in G major, but do the scales for both, G major and E minor, at least 2 octaves up and down, but you should be doing these scales by now. So now you need to be doing them 2 octaves up and down. Make sure you're doing the trill exercise and the accents and everything I explain in the videos. If you're not, in my opinion, you're pretty much wasting your time. It's not just a matter of learning the scales. There's more to it. Yeah, so do it all. Do everything I explain. And 3/4 time. Lots of quarter notes. The rhythm shouldn't be a problem, just quarter notes. Right hand. 1, 2, and the thumb, we just change position on repeated note. We don't have to change position again, we're 5. Now I want you to do measure 5 and 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. I find that very awkward. That is a beginner's fingering. You're getting out of beginner's music. We need to expand our horizons, so I'd prefer a different fingering. Measure 5. If I take all the notes, measure 5, and the first one to measure 6, those 4 notes, that is a G major chord. I'm going to finger it like that. That's the extended version of a G major chord, because normally it's here, but when you extend out to the octave, then you do these. That's the finger I'm going to recommend. So 5 is 3, 2, 1. I didn't cross over the thumb. And then 2, 3. And then you can do a 1, 4. See, the problem is I got to cover 6 notes with 5 fingers. I got to figure out some way of doing that, and this is one method of doing it. There's others, but this is 2, 3, 1, 4. I'm just using the thumb as the extra finger. I'm not moving the hand. I'm just moving the thumb under. Then I measure 9. Scratch up and use little finger on the B. This way you're in position to measure 10. Again, I didn't cross over the thumb. And then do it all again. Now the last 3 measures, they've got you doing this. This fingering, and then letting the left hand play that, and you come down. That's nice and showy if you want to do that. It's okay. Simply unnecessary. If you extend out to the extended position again, you can get them all in the right hand. You don't have to use the left hand for that. And that's what I would recommend. You're going to do this a lot more than you're going to do this. Sometimes you might, but most of the time you would extend out. So that's what I recommend we do here. Now the left hand is a bunch of dotted half notes. 2, come down. Connect it. Connect this left hand all the way through. Thumb. If you don't want to do a thumb here, then we have a problem because all the fingers are used, and that's a stretch. So if you can, use thumb here, and you can come back out for that. Just connect the left hand. So it's here. There's 2 there on the left hand. And the last 3 measures, I just leave the left hand down there. There, that's fine. Then once I have the notes, and rhythm's not a problem, the notes, no hesitations anywhere. Work on those spots if you're hesitating and get rid of it. So it's a steady quarter note pulse. Then I think about the articulation. And here it's all connected, except for the phrasing. You see the first phrase actually starts on beat 2 at the beginning. 1, 2. Well, all the phrases coming up are all going to start on beat 2. So, for instance, on measure 13, end the phrase, and then so it's a new phrase. It's like at the beginning. So you lift up like a breath. Cut the B just a little bit short. Don't play it real short. No, just cut it a little short. So you got time to lift up. So start at measure 12. We're here. Lift. Like so. Just lift up. And that's it's 2 phrases. That's it. Left hand, you connect it all. Dynamics, MP at the beginning, mezzo piano, it's the only one they give you, and it applies to the melody. Here, whatever you think sort of soft is, these notes need to be soft or soft to keep them out of the way. Now, as you get into it and you're comfortable with it, you got the notes down fine and you're feeling it. If you feel like getting a little louder and softer in places, do it. It's feeling. For instance, at measure 10, you're here. It might come down at the end of the phrase. And then start again. So I start the next phrase louder than I ended the previous phrase. That's interpretation. You have to feel it. How do you feel these dynamics? Just don't play it all at exactly medium soft. Ugh. Speed. Well, I've heard this at all kinds of speeds. I mean, there's some arrangements this where they just go lickety-split. That's not the way it was intended. It is just a nice leisure pace. That's fine. You think 1, 2, 3, 1, that's kind of fast. Well, it's the overall feel of it. Because these... You want to slow down at the end? Slow down at the end. A lot of times back in this time period, music written, they didn't put in retards at the end. You were just expected to do it. You knew when to do it and when not to do it. It was part of interpreting the music. So a lot of arrangements do put in a retardando there. They show a little pedal at the end, the last 3 measures. I disagree with that. I'm not going to introduce pedal there if I didn't use it anywhere else. It changes the tone too much. This has all been very clean and dry. I don't want to, at the end, suddenly add all this stuff at the end. No. If anything, I want to die away at the end. So I would recommend no pedal here. If you use this extended fingering, you can hold that out. Actually, you could hold it out if you wanted to all the way to the end. That works too if you'd like, or maybe just hold it out for an extra measure. And let the last note be by itself. It is an arrangement, you can rearrange it, but learn it the way it's written first. Then if you feel like doing it a little different, do it a little different. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes. Rhythm shouldn't be a problem, they're quarter notes. Well, I'll give us 3 counts. I'm not doing louds and softs, I'm just doing notes here. I will lift up for the phrasing though. 1, ready, go. One, 2, 3, off.